All right. So today I've got a mock I made um over the past week or so. So the idea came about a week ago. I was getting off of work and of course, working at Walmart, I decided to look through the Lego aisle and check out some of the sets and I saw this Harry Potter set. And it's the spider one from the second movie. And I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. I built the spider. Well, I bought the set, right? And I built the spider, and I really liked the model. It was really good. So it's kind of hard taking apart because I originally bought it for the legs, and so the spider legs. I'll grab one real fast. My idea when I saw them was that they would make some pretty dang good trees. So it came with 10 of these total and a few other brown joint pieces, which would be useful for some bigger trees. But I bought them to make some trees, and my younger brother, Jonas, he had a good idea that I should make like a little forest, like a thicket of trees. And my idea was I just make some deserters, kind of poking around, sulking. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're mercenaries now. Who knows? But that's kind of what I made. And after I originally made the mock, all these like brown flower pieces I put in the trees to hold them together. Most of them were green, and well, Thursday happened to be in the area of the nearest bricks and minifigures. It's like a 2 hour drive from my house here, and well, I picked up some pieces from their pieces tray, I guess, and got a ton of flowers. So that fixed that problem. But few thoughts before I go into some depth. I had a lot of fun building this mock. Kind of came in two parts. I originally was just gonna build this base and the rock, in the corner and the trees and call it a day. But then I decided it was night in the mock. Added this dude with a torch, and I was like, all right, gotta make it more nighty. So I built a night sky, kind of with the sun setting in the background. But yeah, overall, I had a lot of fun building this mock. Really proud of it. There are a few places I think I could improve, but yeah, we'll start off now, kind of jumping right into it. All right, so to start off, I wanted to show off the little background. I spent some time looking at some pictures of some night skies. I think this was based off of some picture of some Nebraska night sky, which makes sense. Nebraska is just flat and cornfields. No offense to anyone from Nebraska out there, but um, and I wanted it to kind of show the sunset. And so I got this range of colors. If you put it on its side, it looks like fire, but that was just yeah, that's just how it is. But the main point is, it's got the different blend of colors as it's fading into from this, the brightness to this darker colors and into the night sky. One little thing I overlooked is there's no moon in the sky. So we'll just pretend there's no moon, or maybe it's on the other side. Who knows? But yeah, had a lot of fun. Pretty basic techniques, just stacking plates. This kind of reminds me of some good lava techniques I've seen and used, and then some studs for the stars to make them a little round. But yeah, now we'll move on. Set that aside. Move on to some of the main build over here. So first off, this cart I've used it in a few mocks. Um, yeah, nothing too crazy. Maybe I'll do a video taking it apart, kind of showing how it's made. But it's pretty simple. Some brackets, you could probably guess how it is made. But yeah, maybe I'll make a video. But now to some of the minifigures. So first, let's summarize some of the placement. Um, got this little dude right here. He's got the CMF, like what if Spider-Man head, and I got him with the worried face, and he's sitting by the fire on a stump, and I'm sharpening a sword. The reason why I've got him with the worried face is he's a deserter like the other two, and as deserters, they're more or less wanted men, not welcome in most places. So he's kind of worried. He's younger, so I feel like that's kind of how I'd be if I just deserted my army. And I got some. This is kind of an older helmet, um, so that's why it's a little beat up and not as shiny. But I think that fits the vibe of this being a deserter. And I got the breastplate nice and shiny. The whole shebang. So I got that man. And then I got this guy over here. He's got the old 2012, 2013 Castle theme chest from one of the Dragon Knights. He's also got the male version of the Dungeons and Dragons dwarf face, which I thought went really good with the dark uh, cloak, and I don't know. I thought he just came out as a really good figure. I really like him. I had some good printed legs. I felt that go along with it, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't try hard enough, but couldn't find any. And the last little dude, he's a crossbowman. He does a little crossbow over here, which I'll put back up next to that bush. But again, from the Castle series from 2013, he's got the just like the leather tunic, then the Kenobi hood, gold cape, got a little torch. He was probably exploring or something. And then he's got the face from some Fast and Furious dude. Don't know much about him, but I got the set for free. So liked the dude's face, and I thought he looked good, so I put him in the MOC. But yeah, those are the three figures. Kind of story. Maybe they're in a disagreement. This guy looks a little angry. They probably had some disagreement over what their path should be next, whether they should be mercenaries or should keep running. But yeah. And then of course the trees. That's kind of why I built this MOC. It's on a freeform base also. Kind of studs not on top technique. Get this like rounded kind of cut in look. I made sure to blend some of the colors to give it, I don't know, realistic flow to it, and have some foliage around there to give it some more color, and a nice little rock in the background, which I think came out really good. I had a lot of fun building it. But we'll go to this tree first. This is kind of the basic tree design, and then some. So most of the trees don't have this last bottom part right here. It's kind of a noodle. Came from the spider set again. Hooked it on with one of these claw pieces and this hinge, and then slapped it on the side. But the way I did it is I took these tails, right, and then stuck one of these cones again from the set on it. Stuck a 1x1 stud with a hole in it on top to stick these sprout pieces on it, and then I just made like 3 of these little like messes, if I can get it off, goodness, of leaves, and stuck them on this little stem, and just kind of clipped them together, whatnot. One on the bottom, this little flower piece, which has a teeny hole that clicks right into there, so that's why that's there. And then made them, different shapes so that they'd be more organic, and stuck them on there. These sprout pieces do exist in brown, but I don't have any brown pieces, or brown ones of those yet. It's kind of on my wish list now that I made these trees. But there we go. Those are my trees. Built like 3 of those, and then 2 more basic trees where I don't have the sprout, so it's more flat. But they're positioned in such a way that it's no big deal. But overall, I had a lot of fun building this MOC. 10 out of 10 would do it again. Love the little story. I built it around and had fun building those little trees, which I'll use more in the future, and I'll definitely get more like elephant trunk pieces, I guess, and some dino tails to make better trees. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. But have a great day, and I'll hopefully see you again next time. Peace.